Hello everyone! My name is Vladimir Bondarenko, and I'm the head of the Corsairs Legacy project. Today on this stream on Steam, I'll show you the results that we have achieved as of November 2021. The game is in active development. There's a lot of work to be done, and in the near future, we plan to release a demo, which we'll talk about later. Tech news, you can subscribe to our English language YouTube channel, Corsairs Legacy. Also, if you like what we do and want to try out Corsairs Legacy, you can add the game to your wish list and press a follow button to keep track of updates. News on Steam is posted with a bit of delay due to the need to publish both Russian and English language versions at the same time. Since we first translate all the content into English, then voice it, then edit it, there is a delay. So devlogs are posted on Steam with a delay of several months. Today we're here to demonstrate our gameplay and set a precedent on Steam. When Steam sees that a fair amount of people is interested in our game, this will let Steam's algorithms show our game to an extra audience, so that people who don't know anything about Corsairs Legacy could see it. If we manage to gather at least 2,000 people online, the game will show up on the front page of Steam. This means a big enough audience would be able to see this video, the gameplay, the stream, and perhaps people would be interested in the game and add it to their wish lists. We would highly appreciate it if you could help us with this challenge. You'd need to be online, and after watching this video, leave the tab with the stream open for today, or possibly for tomorrow to stay online. The more people we get online, the more stable the online will be. Then the Steam algorithm will treat the game better, and more potential fans of this setting will be able to see this product. So we're now at the location of Bridgetown's Coast and Port. We walk up to a person who runs ship construction. The shipyard consists of 3 elements. We have the shipyard building, warehouses, and the place where ships are constructed. A ship is made based on real-life blueprints. Also, the fort that's on the left in the background is made upon recommendations of our historical consultant. Basically, many things in the game are made considering historical accuracy and keeping most of the proportions in conformity. We were frequently asked about the characters. Why do our characters, including the main hero, have facial hair, even though it was rare and even unacceptable at that time? We'll address this in a separate video on our YouTube channel and here on Steam. We'll also show concrete examples that we discussed with our historical consultant because it was an informed decision. So stay tuned, there's a lot to see. Let's move on to the sea mode. Now you see our first ship. All key physics mechanics are already present. Now you see how it slows down as a result of inertia and goes for a bit longer since it was with a sail a moment ago. Now I'm raising the sails. We have a crew here. Currently we're working on adding more animations for the crew, and we'll also have a helmsman who'll be standing by the tiller. Note that this ship model doesn't have a wheel. Even though they've been in existence since 1595, not all ships have been using them. Ships had those kinds of sticks or helms. There'll be a helmsman who will control them. Right now, we're in the process of adding one. The sails are fully made of cloth. Note how realistically they move. Now, I'll turn on an extra panel. We see the wind speed, ship speed, how wide the sails are open, time 1, and speed 1. Now I start increasing the wind speed, and we see how the speed of the ship increases to 11 knots, which was accurate at that time. We also see that blowing has increased. Watch the flags. I'll change the wind direction now. We already fully implemented all ropes and masts. By the way, note that sails are attached to yards and masts with special ropes. This is also correct from a historical perspective and was made following blueprints. We plan to create the most technological game that will accurately recreate how ships operated at that time. It must be a sailing simulator that will be as accurate as possible. Right now, we're working on the second ship, frigate Berlin, that also existed at the time of game events. Hopefully we can show it in the near future. The first game will include the sea mode. If you watched our 15th devlog, you should already know this. We decided to combine both modes since, after all, the game feels incomplete without the sea mode. Also, we still have to refine the land mode, so we're actively implementing both modes in parallel. Now I'll show you the jungle, the current state of the game, and the build. We've read the first comments on the teaser about the sun and how it looks slightly scorched. We plan to refine the lighting a bit later. Right now, we're placing objects at the location, and the next thing we'll do is optimize them. The current FPS is decent, but we'd like to increase it. When it comes to the ruins, I'll show them only from this side. We decided that it would make sense to leave the entire location for doing a quest. We've made a pretty interesting and fun quest for this location. One important objective of the quest is, for starters, to find the entrance to the ruins. That's why the ruins will be visible as a point of interest that you'd be able to see from many places on the island. But in order to get there, you would need to find the only hidden path. And now, let's play Perudo. At each table, there are players of different levels. Let's assume that we want to sit down at this table. There are a few free seats. We're going to bet 3 pesos and start playing with 2 other people. The bank has 9 pesos, each player bid 3 pesos. We're playing Doubt. We have 5 dice and each of our opponents has 5 dice in the first round. Then, every next player says a bet that is higher than the previous one. And eventually, someone has to say Doubt. If the person who said Doubt was right, the player who set a bet that isn't on the table loses a dice. If at the moment a player says Doubt, the bet is on the table, then the player who said Doubt loses a dice. You can always check out the rules in the game itself. The important thing is that jokers are 1s, and they can also be any dice. If I had a joker instead of a 2 right now, I'd say that I have 4 4s, but in reality, I have 3 4s. Jeffrey Shell bid a 4, and we'll bet 4 4s. Let's see what Dean Fletcher has to say. 4 5s. Jeffrey Shell bet 5 3s. Good, let's bet 5 4s. Dean Fletcher bets 5 5s. I think Jeffrey Sherrill will bet 6 3s now. No, he doubted and was right. Turns out there were 2 5s and not a single 1 on the table. That's why Jeffrey Shell wins this round and Dean Fletcher loses a dice. Now Dean Fletcher makes a bet, 1-3. The person who lost goes first. Jeffrey Shell bets 1-4. Time for our bet. We'll bet 2 6s. We have 2 6s. A 6 and a 1. That's the maximum that we currently have. A 1. It's important to note that you can lower the bet using jokers, so you can say a number half as much of the previous number of dice. A 1, 2 1s, 3 1s. Should I bet 3 1s? Yeah, I'll bet 3 1s. Started to doubt. It turned out to be 4 1s. He lost another dice. So this is how the game will continue, until there will be only one player with dice left at the table. And now we'll quit the game and lose our coins. Those guys will keep playing without us with 9 coins in the bank.